Alright guys, we are back and I hope you're all prepped up for understanding the last few sections of articles. So let's see what we have next. Rule number 16. If a direction, north, west, southeast, left, right, kind of words are used, it directly follows a verb and do not have to use an article with the direction. Let's look at some examples here. We need to walk south. So when you say south, you don't need an article to suggest which way. So we need to walk the south. South itself is specific, so it's a known direction. They drove north all day. So which way did they drive all day? North. At the stop sign, turn left and walk 3 blocks. So if you're giving directions, you can tell at the stop sign, turn left and walk 3 blocks. And turn to your left and walk 3 blocks. Turn to the left can only be used if it is very specific that there is only a left turn. However, if a direction follows a preposition, you may use the. We just discussed about this in the previous example. Now let us see how it can be made clear with another example. We need to walk to the south. So this is a preposition to, walk to, towards, which way. So we need to walk to the south. Our house is in the north. So where is your house? It is in the north. So it is situated in. Where is it situated? In the north. So our house is in the north. The grocery shop is on the right. There you go. And that's rule number 16, guys. So, rule number 17. The can be used with plural family names to refer to the family as a group. For example, the Robinsons loved the vacation in Florida. So even here, when you're referring to family names, the Robinsons, the McAllisters, or for my family, it is the Kaushik. So it is the Kaushiks. So the family names are usually referred with the because it is a very specific family name. The Shinoharas are originally from Japan. My brother lived next door to the Jacksons. Rule number 18. The can be combined with certain adjectives to refer to the group of people such as the blind, the elderly, the rich, the French, the so, etc. For example, here as well, he is elderly. The organization helps the elderly. Remember, the is used specifically that we are talking about the nationality or the ethnic group rather than the language here. So remember guys, the elderly is not a word, it is referring to the ethnicity, the nationality or the group of people they belong to rather than giving focus to the knowledge. So he is elderly. So you're saying that that person is old. So he is elderly. The organization helps the elderly. So the elderly refers to more than just one person, anyone who is old. So the organization helps the elderly. So here, elderly is a word referring to a person's age. The elderly is a combination or a phrase that refers to a group or the cult of people who are old. For example, again, let's see another example for this. I like French. French is a language. So even for a language, you don't have to use an article prior to it. I like the French. So here you're referring to the French people. So the French becomes the French people, whereas the language French becomes I like French. That is referring to the French people. I like the French. However, generalizing nationalities is not usually used. Again, another example for this: Americans watch a lot of TV. The Americans makes no difference here again. So the Americans or Americans still would work out, but usually when you're generalizing people, the need not be used here. Germans drink a lot of beer, yeah? Rule number 19. Do not use the with the names of many or most countries unless the name comes or contains a word such as states or kingdom or republic, emirates, union, coast, etc. The United States of America. You never say United States of America. You will say the United States of America. United Kingdom sounds good. Where did you go last summer? The United Kingdom. So even when you're using words such as those mentioned in your screen right now, you will have to use the specific article the. Let's look at some examples here. I love Italy. John used to live in Japan. Similarly, even for cities and states, if there is no word involving kingdom, republic, emirates, union, or coast, you don't have to use an article before it. For example, he lives in California. Ladakh is in India. So did you notice, even at these two sections, they didn't use any article in its prefix. The Northwestern Territories is a province in Canada. Now, what's the special word in this example? Territories. Yeah, you guessed it right. So, territories is something that is belonging to a section, like it's a kingdom, or it's a republic, or it's a union. Similarly, it's a territory. So, the Northwestern Territories or the Northwest Territories is a province in Canada. And so finally, guys, we jump down to rule number 20. So in rule number 20, and so finally, guys, it's rule number 20. In rule number 20, time expressions can be especially confusing. The is used in some time expressions such as in the morning, during the night, the day before yesterday, the fall, the summer. So here, at these sections, you can use the article the. Now, to use it in a sentence, let us look at some examples. We'll meet in the afternoon. Jake loves to go camping in the fall. There's a small earthquake during the night. However, in other expressions, no articles are used. What are those? At midnight, so very specific time, at midnight. All month. Every year. Last Friday. Yesterday. Tomorrow. Now guys, I think we have covered every single concept that is needed for you to understand about articles. So I'm gonna let you all go down, take down the grand test. All the very best, do well, and I'll see you in the next topic.